What's good, you guys? We're back again with another video. The Oklahoma City Thunder have the best young core in the NBA.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Over 87% of you guys don't subscribe to me. Please, subscribe, man. You see the goal we're trying to reach. We're trying to reach this by March 1st. You might be asking, what is March 1st? That is my birthday. Y'all birthday present to me would be giving me 1,000 subscribers. So please subscribe. If you are subscribed, share with your friends. That will help out. Peace out.
Now, face value, that might sound like a crazy take, but I'm also talking about like the lottery teams. I'm not talking about the Celtics, the Grizzlies, the Cavs, the Pelicans. No, those teams have been in the playoffs. They have superstars on their team. I'm not really talking about them. I'm more so talking about teams like the Charlotte Hornets, the Orlando Magic, the Rockets, the Thunder. These young teams like that, I think out of all those teams, the Thunder have the best young core in the league. As it stands right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder are the 10th seed in the stacked West. The West is deep from 1 through 13, basically, with the 13th seed being separated by 4 games from the 5th seed. That's just how close the West is. But for the Thunder to be in that race, that's something that I really didn't see going into the season, because yes, I knew they had a rebuilding team and it was a good rebuilding team, but I didn't think we were going to see big steps from Josh Giddey in his second year. I knew we were going to see big steps from Shai. I thought he was going to be an all-star this year, which he is, damn near all-NBA lock. I didn't really think we were going to see big steps from Lou Dort. I knew their rookies were going to be decent. Both of the Jalen Williams, I knew they were going to be decent. But I didn't think this team was going to like really try to make a play-in push. But this year, especially this calendar year 2023, where they have been a top 5 team since the calendar turn, they're trying to make that play-in push. Damn near, they want to make that playoff push. And it's just time that I give my respects to them, especially since every Thunder video I drop on this channel blows. So I'm gonna keep giving y'all Thunder videos if that's what it takes to get more subscribers. But they have been super fun to watch. I want to start off with Josh Giddey. I wouldn't say I wasn't that high on him, but like as far as other guys in his class, I will more so pay attention more to them. And that's probably on me because they just have more fun games to watch. But watching Josh Giddey, I'm becoming a fan of Josh Giddey because I love players that don't really like do the extra shit, that make little to no mistakes, because then if I'm a fan of you, I'm not annoyed watching you. Like a lot of players I like, they make a lot of mistakes and it pisses me off. But I'm watching Josh Giddey, he doesn't make that much mistakes. He's not trying to overdo anything, and he's just playing his game. He's not sped up. He plays at his own pace, and that's why he's been super good lately. As of the last, I want to say 12 games. And this stat might be skewed because I wrote the notes for this stats a couple days ago. This video was already filmed, but I deleted it. But in the last 12 games, he's averaging 18 points, 7.8 rebounds, 6.2 assists, shooting 52% from the field and 38% from 3. He has been really good, really good. In the last 3 games, he's averaging 24. He's actually blowing me out the way. One thing that was a question coming out of not college, Australia, was his finishing. He's been really good as a finisher this year. One thing that I had a question myself was watching him and Shai in the backcourt, as sometimes you don't know who's a point guard. But now I'm realizing that's a positive, because they just play off each other so well. With neither one of them being elite 3-point shooters, they play off each other so well. They both pretty good off ball. I think a thing that doesn't get talked about when you talk about Josh Giddey is his cutting. He's an elite cutter. He's always getting fouled on the cut, and that's something I didn't really pay attention to in this game. His shot has been better. It doesn't look like it's a hitch in his shot no more. His playmaking, his passing, like I said, as soon as he stepped into the league, it was already elite. It's just looking more elite this year, especially his inbound passes. You know he's going to give you one of those every single game. His defense hasn't been bad. He's been pretty good on defense. I have to give it to Josh Giddey. He looks like a future all-star, and that's something I wouldn't say probably a year ago. I would say he had flashes. I even made a video saying he had flashes, but I didn't see the potential of Josh Giddey. In a couple years, I wouldn't be surprised if he's an all-star. That's just how good he is. Like, especially with the numbers, you know, everything is numbers based this year. It could be a possibility in his future he's averaging a triple-double. That's just how good he is. He's an elite rebounder for a guard. He is 6 feet. He is 6'8", but he is a guard. That's just crazy that you're averaging damn near 9 rebounds. There's some dominant centers that don't average 9 rebounds, and he's one of these guys. It's crazy to see him taking the steps in this game. Next to Shai, who we will talk about later in the video. But the person I was supposed to talk about first was their coach. I don't know what his last name is. I'm not going to try to sound it out, but I know his first name is Mark. Mark is an elite coach. And this is probably just a hyperbole or an overstatement, but one reason why I say he's an elite coach is this team only has one good defender. I would say everybody else is average. Like, Shai is pretty average. I wouldn't say he's a liability. Like I said, what's his name? Josh Giddey has been decent on defense. You have guys like Aaron Wiggins that give a lot of effort on defense. But their main defender is Lou Dort. But everybody else is pretty average. But for some reason, and it's been like this for the last 3 years since he's basically been the coach, they're a top 10 defense. And I don't understand why. This is the youngest team in the league, and they are a top 10 defense in this calendar year. Like I said, they have the number 1 net rating in the league. They have a top 5 offense, and they have the number 3 defense. I don't understand it to this day. I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, I see what the recipe is. Just have elite team defense. But still, like, they obviously lose games. That's why they're still at the 10th seed. But it's like they don't make that much mistakes on defense. They're just getting beat because they're less talented. They have least experience than other teams. But I don't understand how this defense is so good. And then when you really look at it, they're not playing a guy over 6'10". Poku's been out, but when Poku was playing, shout out to him, he actually had a most improved type year going into the year. He was playing pretty good. Then he got hurt. He should be back in the next couple of weeks though. But other than that, they don't play nobody over 6'10". The tallest person they play, Jalen Williams, not J-Dub. I don't know what they call the other Jalen Williams. I think they call him J. Will. J. Will's 6'8". So they don't have nobody over 6'10". And it's not like they don't have a shot blocker at all, but they're still a top 10 defense. I don't understand how. And I think the offense, he really doesn't have to do that much. You have a superstar, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You have a maestro and Josh Giddey. But I do like the way the offense flows. It's not so predicated off of them. I think he has a really good pen. I watched some of the plays that he has. I just want to give him his respect, bro. He couldn't be a future coach of the year. Just how good the team is for them to be so young and so less talented to other teams. But he's been pretty good. Now, the next person I want to talk about, Jalen Williams. J-Dub, not J-Will. If you watch my channel in the draft or in the pre-draft around that time, you know I was super high on J-Will. I wanted him on the Cavs so bad. Now we're seeing why I'm super high on him. And this is a pat on the back for me because these last 2 drafts I've been picking them. The draft before that, told y'all, Trey Murphy, he was him. He's been him. J-Dub, he was him. He's been him. It's a luxury in drafting guys that are automatically going to come in and just be able to play. Trey Murphy automatically came in, was able to play big man this in the playoffs. J-Dub, this season he's been amazing. He's been a top 3 rookie as I want to say the 11th overall pick. I don't think he should have fell outside the top 8 because even though he might not have the potential some of the guys have, and some of the guys that did get picked around that time, I do think they have overrated potential as far as like people think they're going to be superstar. I just don't see that. J. Will has a lot of potential, but then when you look at him at his game, he just doesn't make that much mistakes. He has no flaws in his game. So instantly going into the NBA, he's going to be able to impact the game. And he could have did that on any other team. I'm not just talking about the Thunder. He could have did that on a contending team or a team that just needed a piece to contend. He wouldn't have been that piece as a rookie, but he could have been a part of that piece just to help that team make the playoffs. Like, he's a really good player. Doesn't have no flaws. He can score. He can shoot. He can defend. He can play make. He doesn't make mistakes at all on the court. He's just I don't want to label him as a perfect player yet, but he's a player that's just not going to hurt you. And it has to be luxury in that, man, because as we've seen the last couple years, maybe drafting for potential is just not it. Maybe drafting James Wiseman because he has more potential to just be amazing paint beast who can score over a guy like Onyeka Okongwu. For when you know off the rip he's going to be able to rebound, he's going to be able to block shots and be versatile. Maybe it's just I don't understand drafting for potential, especially for certain teams. And now we're seeing like this. He shout out to Sam Presti, the GOAT, drafted J. Will, and now you have a piece in your rebuild. He's sealed. He's a top 3 piece in this rebuild, and I'm just happy to see his game. Watching him next to Shai, I didn't realize how much he plays exactly like Shai. I didn't see it at all. I don't know who I compared him to. I think it was like Karis LeVert or some shit. But like he reminds me a lot of Shai now that I'm watching him next to Shai. He's been pretty good. I do want his defense to be better because I do think he was a way better defender in Santa Clara, but he's learning. He's still being better, but he's not a liability. They feel comfortable putting him. I watched him play the Celtics a couple weeks ago. He was guarding Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Like he's a good defender. He just sometimes And this is with all young guys. Off the ball, you get lost, back cut, score you, shit like that. But still, he's been pretty good. So I'm happy to see him flourish. Lu Dort, watch your back. Watch your back, because you can be out this young core as quick as you came in, and pause, because you can't keep Jalen Williams on the bench. That's why he finishes games with them. Even when they're fully healthy, he finishes games, because you just can't keep him on the bench. He just deserves to play. He's just that good. He has to play. You can't keep him on the bench when it's time to close, because he doesn't make no mistakes. He's not going to hurt you. That's why, Lu Dort, you got to watch your back. But before we talk about Shai, I want to talk about the other guys on the team. Lu Dort has been good. He started off really, really slow, but as of late, he's been good. They have a future Sixth Man of the Year candidate in Trey Man. I also thought that he was going to be hurt because just how good their guards are. But I do see a future in him being a really good sixth man, and that's what they like out of him. There's basically probably wasn't the all-star potential-wise that a lot of people expected, but he's kind of earned his spot as being a gritty defender, a work-hard guy that some people in the deadlines should be looking for. I like Darius Bazley. I want the cast. You know what I'm saying? I just want some big people on the cast because we're pretty small. J. Will, he's been good in his minutes. Isaiah Joe, Lindy Waters. Shout out to the 76ers for releasing a shooter. When you look at the 76ers, you need a shooter. And now Isaiah Joe has had multiple big games for the Thunder, and he's sealed. He's staying on this team. He's a part of their future. Lindy Waters, same thing. Came out from the G League last year. He earned his spot. Shout out to him. Like I said, Poku was having a good year before he got hurt. And they're still missing Chet. And like I said, they're a top 10 defense. Without Chet, this team can be crazy in the future. Now we got to talk about their superstar. I expected a big year from Shai, but I didn't expect this. Locked, top 15. He's locked. It's a lot of names that he was coming over. Like I even said in the offseason, he's better than Ja. Shout out to Ja. Big part of his team being really good. He was the leader of that team going to the playoffs. But player for player, I think Shai is the better player. And I've been thinking this for the last year. And he's proven it. He's having a way better year than Ja. The team's way better in Memphis. So that's why they're winning more. But I think Shai has been playing at an MVP level. He's not going to get talked about because the team's 18 and 25. They shouldn't even be that good, by the way. But he's not going to get talked about being an MVP type guy because the team's bad, but he's been fucking amazing. I believe he's averaging 30 points still. He's averaging 30 points, 5 rebounds, 5.5 assists. Like I said, his defense hasn't been bad this year. He's kind of taking a step back, but he's taking a step forward ×2 on offense, scoring more. He's entered that status, bro. You can put him next to guys like Kyrie, Ja, Trey, Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, and you don't know who's the best out of that group. You just don't know because they're all on the same level. And this year, obviously, Shai's been better. He's been him. He looks like a future superstar. Now, let's say they make the play-in. They're still going to have a top 14 pick. I don't want them to draft that because it's no point. Like, we seeing it now. Darius Bazley, you get Lu Dort, you get some other wings. Now Darius Bazley has to earn his spot. We're seeing it now with Trey Man. You get Josh Giddey, you get Jalen Williams. Now Trey Man has to earn his spot. So now they can't develop. It's just no point of going out there and getting somebody else. You just drafted Ousmane Dieng. He can play on the team, but now he's in the G League because there's just no room. So Packers up these young guys. Put that pick together, Sam Presti, and work your magic, bro. Work your magic. Just go out there and find the 3 because that's what I would love for them to get. Or just find a 4. Just overhaul somebody so they just can't turn down the offer. Because there's some offers out there going out there and looking for OG. I know he's a little bit older. Go out there and look for OG and Pascal Siakam because you have everything to do that. You really do. You have fucking 30 picks in the next 5 years. And then you have a plethora of young talent that, no offense, you don't need. You throw Darius Bazley, Ousmane Dieng, 5 of the fucking picks for OG Pascal. And if you really want something, Lu Dort, go back to Canada. If you really want something else, here, have Trey Man, that, and you get a haul for OG and Pascal, and now you're running a lineup next year of I'll put Josh, because I do think Josh is the point guard. Josh, Shai, OG, Pascal, Chet, J-Dub, J-Will. You go out there, you still got Cameron Williams. Shout out to him. He should be in a Cavs jersey by next year. But Cameron Williams, you go out there, sign somebody else. You got a fucking squad. We see how close the West is now. That's damn near top team in the league. So just package the young guys, because you don't need that much. There's no point of having that much, because then you're hurting the young guys in the long run because they can't really develop. But this team's been amazing. Like I said, in this calendar year, they've been damn near the best team in the league. Shout out to J. Will, top 3 Rookie of the Year, of course. Walker Kessler is on his ass, so Walker has been... every time I watch Walker, I just be like, damn, Timberwolves fucked up. Because you had a Rudy Gobert right there. Josh Giddey has been amazing. If it was his 3rd year, he'll probably get some more talks for most improved player, but they don't really do that for the 2nd year guys. Shai, now he's top 2 in most improved player, right behind Laurie. But like, if you watch Shai, you knew Shai was this. He was this. He just got way more aggressive this year. He was averaging 24 points for the last 3 years of his career. But he just said, all right, fuck it. I don't want to be in the lottery no more. Even they're still going to be in the lottery. But he wants to make the playoffs again because he's tired of everybody talking down on him, saying these empty stats and all that stuff. But they've been amazing. They've been a fun watch. They have a top 10 coach. Damn near they had the best GM. So their future is bright. And this is why I think they are the best young core in the league.